Welcome along. Okay, we're looking at this part. This is part two or 1A, or however you like to turn the second of the series. Desire is there, but is there the ability to act on it? And this is what happens when we start a relationship. Often we see someone we like the look of, or we like the feeling that it gives us back to us, or what we're thinking about that person, depending on what modality you're using. And when I talk about modalities, I'll talk about modalities as the way we function through our senses. So the senses are like your visual, your auditory through your ears, your smell, taste, and touch, which is feel. So these are the main senses. We'll feel these emotions throughout this series, and I'll talk a wee bit about these emotions, but not in any great depth. So when you start a relationship, it's all kind of new, it's all kind of exciting, but just let's go right back to the first thing, the first time you ask someone out, or you make a date or a coffee chat, or however you like to term, or however you started your relationship. That's where there's a high level of anxiety. Because it's quite nerve-wracking. You don't know whether they're going to say yes or no, and you've built this vision up, or this picture of this person and this potential meeting or potential date in your head. But anxiety in itself produces adrenaline. So adrenaline intensifies the situation and the feelings and the emotions that go with it. So that's basically what happens when we do anything. So this happens also in relationships. So early on, it's exciting to meet and exciting to ask this person, but it's also very quite fearful, because it's intensified our emotions to either end of the scale. So this is what we miss when we get it old, when our relationship gets older. This piece here will not be there anymore, because we know when we ask our partner of 5 years, let's go out for a meal, we know the answer is going to be yes or no, and we don't fear either result. But for the start, when you first ask on the first date, we don't know whether it's going to be yes or no, so we have that level of anxiety. And anxiety is termed as an excitement in this case, and it's a good anxiety. So there's good and bad anxiety in our lives. So anxiety for a relationship is the early onset of a relationship, and it's necessary to create the passion, because when you don't know what's coming, it creates that excitement, it creates that passion, and it creates that drive and desire to do this. So that's about holding that desire, and it starts from the start. So that's the desire that goes in. So, and we quite often hear these, it been said by therapists and counsellors, etc., that desire tapers off. And often people will use the cliche that it tapers off, but that's natural, isn't it? It actually is natural, but it's actually shrinkage of your ability to deal with anxiety, or to move into situations that you're unfamiliar with. So you become really comfortable with the familiar or the relationship at the level it is, so you haven't grown it anymore. And that's what we'll talk about in the next one. So this is where we talked about, we just want you to understand that there is that level of anxiety in the start of the relationship. It is important. It is the precursor to passion and excitement. It's not as we know it as towards a form of depression. In this sense, we're talking about the anxiety creating the adrenaline, which intensifies the emotions, which intensifies the situation, which makes that whole beginning of a relationship so passionate and excitement. And we'll talk about this later on in the next one, how it carries to the next level. So I hope this is helpful for you. Just thinking us forward without giving you too much on this, I just want you to think about when you first started going out, how anxious you felt, how nervous you felt, and the effects that gave you. And that's what we'll talk about a little bit more depth in the next one. Until next time, have a good day.